Hello, future guitar gods. I'm gonna do a guitar slide shootout today, but I'm only gonna use one guitar slide. My actual guitar slide, this mud slide, porcelain slide made by Dunlop, and I'm gonna put it up against 8 random objects that I found lying around my house, and see how it fares. So I'll start with the mud slide. Um, some people have said that this is the perfect guitar slide. I haven't said that, but some people have. So let's see. So, little freebird action. So here is that's the mudslide. It sounds pretty nice, and it feels okay. I find it hard to get. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to play really precise with this for some reason. At least that's what I find. Um, Next up, let's go with a AA battery. See how this sounds. This can't, it's a lot smaller. It can't really cover all the strings, so it does sort of produce a more focused tone when I'm sort of laying it across all the strings. It's pretty good. I mean, that's definitely something that could work in a pinch. Sticking with batteries, I got an e-cigarette battery here. This could be comparable to like a metal guitar slide, so we'll see how this does. Once again, I mean, not that bad. Could probably work in a pinch. Not that great, but not that bad. Drumstick. Believe it or not, these things actually can make fairly decent guitar slides. Um, Control, it takes a little finesse, I guess, to control it. I don't know, a little practice to get the hang of using it. But once you get it under control, it actually sounds pretty nice. Plastic cigar tube. So, very different sound. Definitely, I mean, if you want a guitar slide sound that the kind people are familiar with, that's not going to work for you. But it's kind of interesting in its own right. It's got an interesting kind of muted slide sound, which is something you don't really hear very often. Um, Moving along, random glass jar. This is actually really smooth, nice tone. Um, Worked very, very well. A little big and a little clumsy perhaps, but it worked well. Uh, Old Spice can of body spray. Let's give it a shot. Not the greatest. Kind of a little shrill sounding at certain times. But did you? One thing that is cool. I don't know if you picked up on that. That static. It's kind of like a scratchy vinyl sound. So that's kind of neat. Another metal object. Tin cigarette box. Actually worked much better than I expected. I'm going to try the straighter edge, see what kind of difference that makes. Not quite as well as a smooth edge. I noticed that the straight edge also kind of made that crackly vinyl sound, but that really worked a little bit better than I thought it would. Um, I think this is the last one, but last but not least, some might say this is the best guitar slide, or the perfect guitar slide. Just a plain old Bic lighter. Give it a shot. Oh, worked very well. Not as much resonance as the mud slide, the porcelain slide. It's kind of didn't really produce as full a sound. At least I think I'll do the mud slide again just to compare. But So all in all, not a huge difference between this guy and the Bic, and really not between the Slide and the Bic, and really not even a huge difference between the Slide and a lot of these other objects. Um, Actually, I think this glass jar actually probably had the best tone out of any of them, and it was really smooth to play with. Which was maybe because it's so round. It was a little surprising that it was so easy to play with given its size. Um, Drumstick sounded okay. Uh, Battery wasn't great, but it worked. Um, the other battery, I didn't care for that so much. I didn't care for this a whole lot, but the scratchy thing was cool. Didn't really care for this. Was okay, but probably not something I would go for again. Maybe if I wanted that scratchy thing, like the Old Spice can. And yeah, that's it. So lesson learned. Pretty much anything that is round and smooth can be a guitar slide. So you probably don't need to buy one unless you really need to buy one. And thus concludes today's experiment. Thanks for watching, guys.